Good morning on behalf of Patient Choice in Chemin, Neuf, Pointe, Michel. I'm Dr. Dangleben. This is your daily medical education tidbit. I want to talk about your immune system and how you can strengthen your immune system. Right? It's not just one thing. There's no magic bullet. Okay, you have to focus on a combination of lifestyle choices and diet and the nutrition. Okay, in achieving a balanced system, so your immune system can be on point, right? And when we say balanced diet and nutrition-rich diet, it cannot be a lot of processed food. You have to incorporate organic fruits and vegetables, and those might be a little pricey, but where you are, if you can plant these, you plant these. Managing stress is so important. Getting enough sleep and avoiding smoking and excess use of alcohol, all these things can put a significant drain on your immune system, right? You have lots of fruits and vegetables, right? You can get a range of vitamins and antioxidants, which helps your immune system. You got to focus on things that's rich in all the vitamins, especially A, C, D, E, zinc. I mentioned antioxidants, right? Citrus fruits, bell peppers, broccoli, spinach, berries, nuts, right? Seeds, even pumpkin seeds, right? And fatty fish. Mackerel and sardines are the best. We have that. And something that always comes up also is your gut, because your gut health is very important. And you talk about probiotics. Everybody talk about probiotics, but what is probiotics? Yogurt is rich in probiotics, right? And other fermented foods are rich in probiotics. It improves your gut health. And if you have a healthy gut, that goes a long way with your immune system, right? You can add things like ginger, garlic, turmeric, chili powder. All these things help the gut and your immune system. In terms of lifestyle, you want to talk about regular exercise, moderate to intense. Right? Even just a brisk walk or jogging can help your circulation system and your immune system. That goes hand in hand. All right, so don't forget that. I talked about sleep. You know, when I was training, they used to say, "Oh, sleep is overrated because it's an indoctrination," but it catches up with you. 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night can allow you to repair and rejuvenate. Right? So think about that as you learn and listen, right? So one of the biggest components that we deal with is stress, whether it's at home, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's at work. It takes its toll on you physically and mentally, and it really can drain your immune system, especially if it's chronic stress. All right, so find ways to manage your stress. Meditation, yoga, all these, hiking, all these different things are important. All right, and smoking, people think it's a cool thing, especially in your youthful days. It's not. Any type of smoking, I don't care what the substance is, whether it's cigarettes, whether it's marijuana, smoking is not good for you, period. It's linked to too many things that destroys your system, especially your immune system, and the fight against, cancer, right, or malignancy, put it this way. Excessive alcohol is the thing now. We think it's cool, but these things have significant negative impact on your immune system. Now, many of us have been discussing vaccination over the past few years, obviously because of COVID, and there is a lot of controversy. But if you look at it from a historic standpoint, vaccines have helped many of us build our immunity. right? I don't want to go too much into it. I want folks to sort of, you know, educate themselves. If you're not into it anymore, that's okay. That's on you. But you have to understand the risk to you and your children, right? But I always mention things like, polio and the really hard hitters that saved a lot of millions of people because of vaccination. All right, we don't want to use just the COVID experience and sort of put all vaccinations in a bad light. All right, there's so many ways that you could help your immune system. Okay, and I just mentioned a few, but diet and exercise, eating the right foods are so important. Avoiding the smoking, avoiding the alcohol, all these things are important. All right, you can take a multivitamin, especially as you get older. There are the immune system gets weaker. All right, so just remember that. And if you've had an accident, I just want to throw that in there. If you've had an accident and your spleen is removed, your spleen is a very important organ, right? Then you definitely need certain vaccines because the spleen fights what's called encapsulated organisms, right? So that's why you need the Neisseria, the H flu, and the strep vaccines when you have. That's just an example of how you help your immune system, especially if you've lost an immune fighting organ like the spleen. Right? There's a lot more to it, but I just wanted to put that in there. So again, stay healthy, stay focused, do the right thing, avoid the smoking and excessive drinking. I just want to emphasize that one last time. Get your sleep. All right? On behalf of Patient Choice, I'm Dr. Dangleben. Have a great day. Peace.